Hey everybody, Brian here with TrailGrid Pro. In this video, we're going to go over real quick a kind of summary of some of the additional options that you can add to your Alpine, either 507, 509, or 511 plug and play bundle, whether that be the front camera. You can also use it as a rear camera and the dash cam. So on this truck, we have the HDR front camera and the dash camera installed. So this is not going to be a nitty-gritty how-to install, but more of a quick overview of where we mounted the cameras and how we ran the wires to get them from the camera location to the back of the head unit so that we could integrate it with our new Alpine bundle. Look for a more comprehensive and step-by-step installation of all of these products in the future. All right, with all of that out of the way, let's start right here at the front of the truck. Here we have the HDR front camera from Alpine mounted here right above our Toyota logo. So one note here is, depending on what trim level your truck is, whether you have an SR5 or a Limited or a Platinum or the TRD Pro grill, like I have on my truck, just gonna have to find a place that, one, gives you the view that you're looking for and a suitable mounting option. So I'll tell you what I did on this grill in particular is the back of the camera mount has double-sided tape, like a 3M style tape on it. I used both the tape and the provided screws. So if you can see right here, we used the top portion of the mounting bracket to use the double-sided tape to adhere it to the lug here, and then drilled 2 small pilot holes and used the provided screws to make sure that this thing is nice and secure and it is not going anywhere. The other great thing is you still do have a tilt option, so you can move the camera to get the best possible view, and you'll be able to do that all from the screen of the Alpine unit. So we mounted this, and then as far as running the wire, we'll go ahead and pop the hood. So coming from the middle of the grill here, the camera wire simply runs under the top of the grill. We went through the opening here behind the headlight housing, and then we ran over across the fuse panel and passed the wire through the firewall grommet here on the driver's side. All right, so the firewall grommet is right up here, kind of to the left of the emergency brake pedal. So once you get your wire in there, it's just a matter of fishing it up through the back of the dash to the head unit, and then it simply just plugs into the connector labeled front camera. All right, so front camera install, super simple. Like I said, mount the camera, run the wire, connect it to the back of the Alpine. The next thing we're gonna go over is the dash camera, which we have mounted up behind the rearview mirror. All right, next up is the integrated dash camera. This thing is super awesome and it's super easy to install. So on the back of the dash camera itself, again, is a double-sided adhesive. So the trick to this is pick where you wanna mount it, and then you're gonna just peel off the protective layer over the adhesive and try to get it as straight and square. I like mine right here behind the mirror because it's nice and hidden out of the way, and then it gives me easy accessibility to run the one wire. We're going to go up here, and then what I did is actually tucked it inside of the headliner and ran it across the top of the windshield. And then once we get over to the top of the A-pillar trim, again, you can use a little panel tool. An angled one's definitely helpful for this if you have it. But literally just tucked the wire down behind the A-pillar trim, and then we hit it right here. You just pull the weather stripping down, and then as you can see, the wires run right down the side of the A-pillar, and we're gonna go down towards the bottom of the dash. All right, so as we can see, we have our wire tucked away here in the headliner. Like I said, you can just tuck it up in there. I went ahead and made the connection between the dash camera and then the wire, the power harness right here. So actually you can see that connection right there. Went ahead and put it together, put a little piece of tape around it just to make sure that connection stays connected. We can tuck that up out of the way, and as we're working our wire down, you can just push the weather stripping back into place. So we followed the A-pillar all the way down with the wire. When we get here to the bottom of the dash, we went ahead and run the wire under. Again, getting to basically the same place that we ran the front camera wire, worked it up through the dash into the back of our radio. One last thing to go over real quick. On this installation, we are using the factory backup camera, which is completely retained with the Alpine plug-and-play bundles. If you had, say, a swing-out bumper or a bed rack that you wanted a higher vantage point, if you had a tire here or cans or whatever that was covering the camera, you can also add the Alpine rear camera, and then again, same way, run the camera wire to the front, however works best for you, and then plug it right in. All right. So there's a few awesome upgrades to the Alpine plug-and-play bundles. If you want to pick up any of our bundles, head over to the shop at www.trailgridpro.com. Like always, have a blast out there.